Okay, before doing your dash cam install, get everything you need. Now, I'm not telling you where to buy stuff, but the stuff I use, I bought on Amazon. So here we've got our dash cam and a cigarette lighter adapter and a long cable. Whatever brand your dash cam is fine. Mine came with these little black plastic tools, but I had a larger set of them from other projects I've done on the car. So these are great for prying loose the plastic so you can run the cable. And then this is my favorite little tool. When you press the plunger, little claws reach out and grab stuff. You don't have to have this. I like it. I think it's a fun tool. So this is my third dash cam in a car, and something you need to know is the cigarette lighter down there. Does that stay on when the car is off, or does it turn off when the car turns off? If the cigarette lighter turns off when the car is off, your dash cam will not record if someone hits you while you're parked. In our Ford C-Max, 2017 C-Max, and our 2018 Ford Flex, the cigarette lighters stay on all the time. This is a 2026 Mazda CX-50, and they go off when the car goes off. So the first thing you want to ask yourself is, where do you want your dash cam? You probably don't want it on this side of the mirror because that's going to get in the way of what you can see. So I've always put mine on the passenger side. And since I don't really look at the dash cam while I'm driving, yeah, it's fine. But find a spot that works for you. Also be careful that our window has this tinting here. Make sure that your camera lens isn't pointing through that tinting. You want it somewhere where the camera is gonna be below that. So now that you've figured out where you're gonna hang the camera, what I would suggest is plugging it in and turning it on so you can see what the camera would see. Okay, so now we've got our camera where we want it, and I'm going to take the USB cable and I'm going to plug it into the camera. And I like to leave a little bit of extra cable, and it's hard to see, but there's a little itty bitty spot. There's a little itty bitty spot between the liner and the windshield. And you can, and I'm just using my fingernail here, you can press this cable up into that spot and it will stay there. Car may be a little different. I also have some little plastic cable clips that in other cars I've glued to the liner, and then I just hook the cable into that little plastic clip. It's nowhere near as pretty, but it works. I'm going to tuck my cable up there, and that little plastic tool comes in handy for getting that cable to stay up there. And again, so now I'm going to focus a little more on this A-pillar over here. And as I get to the edge of the windshield, I'm going to take my little plastic pry tool. If you put this pry into the plastic, you can pry a fair bit. If you pry too much, you're going to hear a pop. A snap is not good, but a pop is fine. A pop is little plastic connectors in here popping loose. But I don't even need to pry it that much. I just pry it a little bit, and I'm able to tuck this cable into the plastic. Sometimes it's handy having multiple ones of these. So I pry that loose and I push that cable down into this little gap. Okay, when I get over to the window rubber piece that you can just pull away with your finger and run the cable down. Okay, so I'm just running this cable inside this little rubber piece, and my tripod is still over there. Okay, now I've got the cable run through this little rubber area, and you can use your pry tool to put the cable in this little crack. Use the little glue clips to clip the cable up here under the glove compartment, and then use your pry tool to run the cable up through here. And you plug it in. And now your dash cam is plugged in, wired up. The wiring is pretty well hidden, and you should be done. But if you bought a dash cam that also has a rear camera, and I really love having a rear camera, so that one has a cable that comes from the dash cam to the cigarette lighter. And then it has a cable that comes from the dash cam. It has a second cable that comes from the dash cam and goes to the rear camera at the back of the car. So again, I tuck the cable up into this crack here by the windshield, or I use little glue-on clips, and I get the cable over to this pillar and I tuck the cable in just like we did with the power cord. Instead of running the cable down, I run the cable up using that same little rubber weather stripping that we used to get the cable to go down. And now I'm back to using my pry tool and prying up the ceiling here just a tiny bit so I can tuck that cable between the headliner and the B-pillar plastic. Okay, so here you can see I've got my little red pry tool in, and I'm tucking this cable in. Hard to do this stuff one-handed, but you know, you get it done. You get to the rear seat and you start tucking that cable in to the rubber again, just like we did up front. Okay, we've got the cable run around the B-pillar, back up under the rubber gasket, and we come back to the C-pillar. And again, we're gonna do what we've done before. We're gonna pry this loose just a bit and slip our cable into that. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of make-believe since this is actually a loaner vehicle. I'm going to pretend that I have my cable tucked up in the C-pillar in the plastic. But when I get back to this tiny little rear window, there really is no good way to tuck that up or anything. Again, my solution, little glue-on clips. Then we come back to this back here. We're going to take our little pry tool and we're going to, starting back by the glass, we're going to pry this and slide our cable in here, just like we've been doing at the A, B, and C pillars. I guess this makes this the D pillar. So when we get way back to here, I'm gonna take this little rubber weather stripping and I'm gonna bend that up and you guessed it, I'm gonna tuck this in there. Just like we've been doing all along. Now, on my car, I pried this weather stripping off and then I could pry this liner down just a bit and see what I'm doing in here. But again, this is a loaner vehicle. I'm not going to do that in a loaner. Now, ideally, if you're doing a rear dash cam, you want it back here on the glass. So the question is, how do you get through this? We need to get that cable routed up through this plastic, and then we need to route it under this piece. So I'm going to take my little pry tool. Did you hear that little pop? I grabbed one of my other pry tools. This one's a little bit wider. That sound was normal. That is okay. I'm going to go over to the other side. And again, that's okay. So here is the piece that I just took off. A little clip here, a big clip here, a big clip, a big clip, a big clip. This little thing next to that clip helps guide it in. A big clip, a big clip, a little clip. So that's going to help you know where to apply pressure. And when we look up here, clip goes there, the little clip, the big clip, big clip, big clip, big clip, that guiding pin, big clip, little clip. So that's how you pry that piece off. Now for the part that seems to trouble most people. I'm getting my cable up under here. How do I get it through this hose? And this is where I use a flat screwdriver with a tiny little point. And if you press it in under this liner, do you see that pop up just a little bit? There's a clip on each side. Press them in just ever so slightly. It'll pop up like this. And you do that. You do that on both ends, and now this little hose is easy to work with. We take our cable, and if we started at the front, we've got to feed it up through here. And again, I'm not doing that because it's a loaner car. And then you put the cable in and you just sort of feel around and move it, and the cable will come out the other side. Now, this is where my little tool may come in handy. By the way, it's got a little magnetic ring here too, but sticking that down through might make it easier to run this little cable up. Or again, if you start at the back end of the car and work your way forward, it might be easier to work the cable down. So once we've got the cable up through this rubber hose, the cable just comes out right here, and you just put it up to where you're going to mount that rear dash cam. Extra cable you can just tuck in this area here. Maybe use a cable tie to keep it nice and pretty. So now that the cable's up run through there, I just press these back into place. So now that my cable is coming up through here to the rear window, now I can go ahead and put this piece of trim back in place. And you just line it up. And your cable will just be poking out, and then you mount your rear dash cam. On the camera system I used, after I got it wired in place and glued the camera up here, I folded the seats down, I started the car, closed the rear hatch, and crawled into the back seat. And I used the app on my phone so I could make sure I adjusted the angle of that rear camera properly. But that's all it takes to install a dash cam, front and rear. And again, I did it this way on 3 different cars now. And you may do things differently. That's up to you. This is just how I did it. You can buy your tools from anywhere. You can use whatever brand dash cam. So we're on the driver's side of the Mazda CX-50. And the ODB port that I was talking about, you gotta come way under here. This is it right there. So I bought a plug that fits into here and gives me a USB plug for my dash cam. And then I took the extra cable and I wrapped it up with a little cable tie and hooked it up over here somewhere, just so it's out of the way. We tuck it up under the glass. We're using little plastic clips. Stuff it in this crack in the A-pillar and tuck it under the rubber gasket here as we go down the door. And then just keep running it under this rubber gasket until you get down here.